Long ago, 1,000 years ago, a clan of dragons ruled the magical beasts, and that dragon, who stood above all others in the hierarchy, was called the demon god. No one dared to oppose him, and all the magical races were forced to only kneel before the strongest. The demon god had exorbitant ambitions and wreaked havoc everywhere. He himself led his own army of magical beasts, which easily took over the human world. The demon god's greed knew no limit. He sought to plunge every part of the universe into endless darkness, sparing absolutely no one. It was at this moment, right in the face of death, humanity has fully revealed its potential. At the dawn of the awakening of spiritual power, a select few gained the ability to control magical beasts. These chosen ones, capable of controlling magical beasts, were later called beast tamers. Beast tamers used magical beasts as riders as well. Not only could they be riders, but they could also use the power of the magical beasts. After one of the beast tamers attacked a magical beast, a message came in. A magical beast descended over the northern neighborhood of the city. In the same instant, the report was updated to say that a magical monster had fallen into a residential neighborhood and emergency assistance was urgently needed. A magical beast couldn't leave one indifferent, especially when you first see a dragon in front of you, and even so close. Xiao Xingyu, a third grader at Xiangnan High School, didn't need to imagine what the dragon looked like as it fell right in front of him. Xiao Xingyu was so scared because who was he in front of such a gigantic magical beast? And at the same time, blood splatters were flying towards him. As he fell to the ground, he heard a voice from nowhere. The voice said that at the beginning of this catastrophe, when heaven and earth were not yet separated, he had made a pact. He sealed it with his blood and summoned the spirits of the void. He decided that blood would be his payment and words would be his bond, and then bade them listen to his command. And following that, an attack from the magical beast that was under the control of Beast Tamer followed again. After the attack, Beast Tamer confirms that the magical beast is dead. Also, noticing Xiao Xingyu rubbing his eyes from the bright light and sparks around him, Beast Tamer reported that there were survivors and that no one was injured. Opening his eyes, Xiao Xingyu noticed a giant lion in front of him, as well as a beautiful girl who was apologizing for the inconvenience. The girl's name was Su Ruyan, and she was the principal of Qinglong Academy. Su Ruyan held out a paper or check to him and informed him that Qinglong Academy would compensate for the damage caused to Xiao Xingyu's house, and that they would pay the compensation. Two more beast tamers flew up to Su Ruyan on their magical beasts. After that, Su Ruyan said goodbye to the guy. This was Xiao Xingyu's first encounter with the famous beast tamers. In this world, everyone dreams of becoming a beast tamer. Xiao Xingyu was no exception. He only needed one chance. However, not everything in this world can be obtained just because you want it. Xiao Xingyu didn't even have the money to buy a beast, and without one, he wouldn't be able to pass the National Beast Tamer exam. At this moment, while the guy was still in his dreams, a small dog appeared out of nowhere. The dog immediately started licking the guy, who was not particularly pleased with this action. Xiao Xingyu began to scold. Had the dog been following the dragon all this time? The guy didn't understand where the dog even came from in his apartment. However, the guy who has no money but has a dream immediately became curious if the dog could be tamed. After looking at the dog, he remembered something. As in the textbooks, mentioned a creature that was similar to a dog, and his name was Gale Hound. The Gale Hound had a weak bloodline and didn't require much spiritual power. Therefore, the guy thought that he could feed the dog. Xiao Xingyu was even happy that now he had a beast after all and could become a beast tamer. Despite all this, he was still sad because the national exam was only 3 days away, and he would hardly have time to prepare. Trying to push away all the anxious thoughts, he was still happy that he finally had a magical beast. The next day, the first thing Xiao Xingyu did was head to the Beast Tamer's store that was located in their city of Qingfeng. Looking at the store's signboard, Xiao Xingyu even thought that perhaps the best solution would be to give the magical beast to someone who could take care of it. The guy realized that the Gale Hound had no future with such a poor owner. Even such a small dog had eaten his week's worth of food in just one night. The shopkeeper finally peeked out of the store. He asked why the guy decided to come to him so early. Xiao Xingyu immediately asked the shopkeeper about buying his beast. However, the shopkeeper immediately refused. He didn't need a Gale Hound. After all, it was a beast with such a low pedigree and no evolutionary path. The man didn't understand the point of the offer at all, as no one would buy a Gale Hound. Therefore, the shopkeeper demanded that Xiao Xingyu should leave and not disturb his work. All this shouting from the man scared the dog. Xiao Xingyu only resented that there was no need to shout if the man didn't want to take the dog. Suddenly, a system window appeared in front of the guy. In front of him was a gale hound. The level was Initial Stage, Tier 1, Loyalty 59, Bloodline Inferior, Hidden Bloodline, Hell Bloodline, Epic Quality. No talents. Hidden Talent, Hellfire, deals true damage, bypassing enemy armor. No evolution paths. Hidden Evolution Path, Gale Hound, Hell Gale Wolf, Hell Nether Wolf, Divine Infernal Wolf. Xiao Xingyu thought that he must have been too tired, and he had dreamed up all sorts of things. He could see no other explanation as to why some system window had appeared in front of him. After carefully wiping his eyes with his hand, he opened his eyes and the system window was still in front of his eyes. From everything written, Xiao Xingyu was interested in the hidden path of evolution. However, the shopkeeper still yelled at Xiao Xingyu. He thought that Xiao Xingyu was mocking him since the Gale Hound did not have any path of evolution. Xiao Xingyu didn't understand if the shopkeeper couldn't see the system window that was in front of him, and if the system window was only accessible to Xiao Xingyu. An arrogant and rich upstart is bound to appear. Such a person appeared in front of Xiao Xingyu. His name was Sujie. He was also in the 3rd grade of Jiangnan High School. He was the son of the richest man in Qingfeng City. He had a haughty expression on his face, immediately noticed Xiao Xingyu. He recalled that Xiao Xingyu never dared to take the exam because he didn't have a magic beast. Looking at the Gale Hound, he noticed that Xiao Xingyu seemed to be able to accumulate a few coins to acquire it. However, Xiao Xingyu immediately removes the dog from Sujie's gaze. The guy makes fun of Xiao Xingyu. He even remarks that it looks like Lina was right, and Xiao Xingyu doesn't want to take the Beast Tamer exam at all. Suji continues to taunt the guy that he still wouldn't pass the exam, even if he wanted to so badly. Xiao Xingyu flinched at the mention of Lina, then Suja continued to mock him. After all, Xiao Xingyu's girlfriend had now become his ex-girlfriend. Jiang Lina is now dating Suja. As if confirming these words, Lina appears and grabs the guy's hand and wonders where he disappeared to. She could barely find him. Suja says that he just noticed an old acquaintance of the girl and decided to greet him. Lina asks Suja not to joke around. After all, she broke off her relationship with Xiao Xingyu a long time ago. Lina doesn't understand at all why she should care about some loser's opinion when she's dating such a rich guy. Xiao Xingyu is also carrying around some mongrel dog. To Lina, he seems incredibly pathetic. However, Xiao Xingyu does not lose heart. He reminds her that he was the one who helped Jiang Lina when she was at the bottom, but he does not care and let the girl continue to waste her life with such a rich jerk. Unfortunately, many people take a good attitude towards them as weakness and take advantage of it. Xiao Xingyu asks that Jiang Lina should remember that he was the one who dumped her. Suja is furious when he hears these words. He is annoyed that Xiao Xingyu is talking to his girlfriend like that. Suja even swears that he will wipe Xiao Xingyu into powder. Jiang Lina, on the other hand, in her corrupt manner, asks that Suji ignore a loser like Xiao Xingyu and that she should have broken up with him earlier. Xiao Xingyu was tired of hearing that the Gale Hound was useless. He couldn't wait to find out what was in store for him next, because he had no hope before, and with the appearance of the dog, his life took on an interesting color. 3 days later, in Zilin Square, the National Beast Tamer exam was announced. The examination center in Qingfeng City welcomed the candidates and asked them to take their seats. The test was about to start, and Xiao Xingyu didn't want to be late and no longer tried to escape. The other candidates also noticed Xiao Xingyu, only they didn't understand why the guy showed up for the exam since the guy didn't have a magical beast. The other candidate also knew about it since Xiao Xingyu couldn't buy a magic beast. However, he heard that Xiao Xingyu had signed up for the exam 3 days ago, and that Xiao Xingyu had applied to Qinglong Academy. The guy was shocked to hear such a thing. After all, Qinglong Academy is the best of the 4 academies. The other candidate was also surprised. He didn't understand how a loser like Xiao Xingyu dared to take such a step. Approaching the table with the magic ball and the examiner who placed his feet on the table, Xiao Xingyu gathered his resolve and said hello to the examiner. He announced that he was here for the exam. The man took off his hat and looked at Xiao Xingyu. He immediately asked, "Is the guy Xiao Xingyu?" It was Chen Qinian, the teacher of the admissions office of Qinglong Academy in Qingfeng City. Xiao Xingyu confirmed that it was him, and also said that he would like to take the Beast Tamer exam. Recalling the guy's dossier, Chen Qinian also recalled that Xiao Xingyu was the only student in Qingfeng City who had applied to Qinglong Academy. The arrogant upstart Suje did not stand aside and came to properly ridicule the guy. Suje believes that Xiao Xingyu has become too brazen and sees no boundaries. Suji recalls that in the past 5 years, only 8 students from their city have applied to Qinglong Academy. But none of those students who applied could pass the exam. Suja thinks Xiao Xingyu is an upstart and that he thinks he is so special. Suji is ready to kneel down and call Xiao Xingyu father if Xiao Xingyu succeeds in passing the exam. That's how much he believes that Xiao Xingyu will fail the exam. Xiao Xingyu did not stand aside. With full determination in his eyes, he tells Suji to get ready, because soon Sujie will have 2 fathers at once. Suja is still shouting after him, but Xiao Xingyu doesn't care about him anymore. Xiao Xingyu asks the teacher to start the exam. The teacher immediately decided to warn Xiao Xingyu that the selection process for Qinglong Academy is extremely strict, and the guy didn't even choose other schools in case he fails the exam for this academy. The teacher reminds him that if Xiao Xingyu fails the exam, he will no longer be able to enter Beast Tamer's academy. The other students only continued to mock the guy because the passing score of spiritual power for Qinglong Academy is 800. They find it very funny that Xiao Xingyu hopes to get such a passing score. Especially outstanding students like them won't be able to get in, and the pitiful Xiao Xingyu thought he could get into the academy. Despite all the taunts in his direction, Xiao Xingyu is still confident in his abilities. He understands what the teacher is saying and asks him to start the exam. The teacher no longer discouraged Xiao Xingyu and started the exam. The first test is the spiritual strength test. The teacher asked Xiao Xingyu to place his hand on the magic crystal in front of him. The guy puts his hand on the crystal with all his determination. Everyone froze in anticipation, and after a moment, the teacher announced that the guy's spiritual power was 316. Everyone began to mock the guy. Suji was the very first. He scoffs that Xiao Xingyu thought he was so special. Lina also points out that Xiao Xingyu didn't even come close to the minimum threshold for a passing score. Chen Qinian was also upset, because at first he even thought that the student in front of him was quite promising. Suddenly, everyone noticed that Xiao Xingyu's spiritual power index started to change. The magic ball showed 621, but still the magic power continued to increase. After that, the ball showed 711, and then it showed a number above the minimum threshold of 802. The numbers on the ball didn't stop there, and the magic ball showed 956. The students watching this were shocked. Suja even thought that the spiritual force measuring device had simply broken. The numbers never stopped. Finally, the ball showed the number 1028. Chen Qinian was incredibly shocked by this entire moment that he had seen with his own eyes. The teacher thought that there was definitely a monster in front of him. The magic ball in front of him was about to crack, under the gazes of the shocked students. The spiritual power score was directly related to the beast tamer's potential, so it wasn't just numbers. Every 100 units of spiritual power allows one magical beast to contract with one magical beast. That's why the teacher was also shocked, because if Xiao Xingyu's number is 1028, then this guy might even become a 10-star beast tamer in the future. In the past few decades, only a few 10-star beast tamers had appeared in the Dragon Country. Chen Qinian was overjoyed that he had managed to find another genius. The teacher announced that Xiao Xingyu's final score was 1028. A year ago, the genius Yening Shuang took the exam, and she had 1030. No one expected Xiao Xingyu to be so strong, only 2 points less than Yening Shuang. Suja doesn't want to believe that the guy will become an academy student and reminds him that Qinglong Academy has 2 trials. Jiang Lina is also furious and as if she is cursing her ex-boyfriend. She is sure that Xiao Xingyu won't pass the next test for the quality of the magic beast bloodline. Chen Qinian was about to announce the start of the next test. However, a person from his group ran up to him with an important message. The guy informed him that there was actually a slight glitch in the spiritual power meter and that this candidate's final score was 1032. Chen Qinian is surprised. Turns out he is 2 points higher than Yening Shuang. Chen Qinian asks that his subordinate does not tell anyone about this. Finally, the examiner announces the start of the second test, the test for the quality of the bloodline of a magical beast. Chen Qinian requests that candidate Xiao Xingyu summon his magical beast. Using the star sign on his hand, the guy summons the Black Fang to appear in front of him. The entire space was enveloped by a devilish energy. All the students were carefully watching to see which magical beast Xiao Jingyu would summon. When the haze cleared, everyone could see that a gale hound had appeared. The students were shocked, as a gale hound was the worst choice for lineage verification. No one even in the current times had contracted a gale hound anymore. Teacher was also disappointed because besides spiritual strength, the quality of the bloodline was one of the decisive factors limiting the development of beast tamers. Teacher was well aware that the dog in front of him had a low pedigree. Chen Qinian sadly and closing his eyes was about to announce that the beast Xiao Xingyu was not suitable. However, the students noticed something, and everyone focused their attention. It seems that the galehound in front of them was not a galehound at all, since a giant magical beast appeared in front of him, and everyone knows that the galehound has no evolution. A giant hellstorm wolf appeared in front of the teacher. Did this magical beast really have a second form of evolution? Looking at Xiao Xingyu, the teacher smiled, for the guy definitely knows how to spectacularly surprise everyone. At this point, Chen Qinian concludes the exam. He announces that the test subject Xiao Xingyu has passed the academy entrance exam. The teacher congratulates Xiao Xingyu for passing the Qinglong Academy. The disgraced Su Jie and Jiang Lina with red faces couldn't believe that Xiao Xingyu was able to beat them in the results. They planned to quietly escape. However, Xiao Xingyu did not forget about them and their words. He did not understand where Suzhi and Jiang Lina were going. Is Suzhi really going to run away and not even say goodbye to his father? Suzhi angrily tells Xiao Xingyu to know his place. He is not going to kneel down and call Xiao Xingyu father. After all, the latter will not do anything to him. Xiao Xingyu is no longer that intimidated and poor guy, so he calls out Black Fang. The hellstorm wolf pressed Suzhi on his back, and he bent down on his knees under the weight of the wolf. Xiao Xingyu demanded for Suzhi to say the words he had promised. Breathing heavily and barely holding on, under the weight of the wolf's paws, Suzhi still asks for forgiveness from his new father. However, Xiao Xingyu can't have such a worthless son, so he tells Suzhi to get out. Jiang Lina is not left out either. She declares with a smile that she has actually grown very fond of Xiao Xingyu in these 2.5 years. The girl proposes to start their relationship over again. Xiao Xingyu is already a cool guy, so he tells Jiang Lina that their entire relationship is in the past and walks off into the sunset. Jiang Lina dramatically falls to her knees and asks her ex-boyfriend to forgive her and that she was wrong. She quickly changes her mind. Apparently she didn't like the upstart so much, even with Suzhi's father's money. Xiao Xingyu left the examination square. The first thing he wanted to do was to tell his sister that he had entered Qinglong Academy. He was all excited and was about to announce his success when his sister answered the phone. However, on the other side of the phone, he heard his sister's screaming and frightening voice. Immediately after that heartbreaking voice, the connection was cut off. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of Qingfeng City, at the farmer's market, monsters attacked and people were trying to escape. A woman in this turmoil was trying to find her child. Another woman cradled the frightened child against her and asked the girl not to be afraid of anything. To hide from the eyes of the monster, these people could not. The giant scorpion was able to find them very quickly. People were running from the farmer's market, but the guy had no right to do so. He pushed through the people running towards him and tried to understand what had happened in this place. All the horrors of the magical beast attack appeared before his eyes. Chaos, people running, jostling, fire, casualties, and devastation all around. But even that didn't bother the guy, as he saw that a giant scorpion was about to take his sister's life. Xiao Xingyu rushed to his sister's aid, and at the same moment a system window reappeared in front of his face. The system prompted him to use the skills available to the Hellstorm Wolf, Hell Howl, Hell Bind. Xiao Xingyu immediately agreed with the system and told Black Fang to use Hell Howl, Infernal Howl. Even though he ordered it, it didn't work for some reason. Gale Hound also looks at his master in bewilderment. While Xiao Xingyu hesitated, the huge magical beast was already about to pierce his sister with its stinger. Strongly fearing losing his sister, Xiao Xingyu remembered what had recently happened in his house. He remembered that the time the magical beast attacked, the man from Qinglong Academy had shouted something like a spell. Then he decided to try to do the same thing. And he started that at the beginning of this disaster, when heaven and earth were not yet separated. He made a pact, sealing with his blood, and summoned the spirits from the void. Gale Hound turned into a wolf and rushed forward. Blood would be his payment, and words would be his bond. Extending his hand forward in front of him, Xiao Xingyu commanded to listen to his order. When the sting is almost upon Xiao Xingyu's sister, the guy gives the order, Hell Howl. A powerful attack bursts out from his Hell Wolf and destroys the magical beast. Xiao Xingyu is still in shock, for this is the first time for him. He is surprised at how frightening Beast Tamer's strength actually is. After recovering from the shock a bit, he still remembered that his sister is still near the magical monster. He rushed to his sister, who did not let go of the little girl and continued to comfort her. Xiao Xingyu apologizes for coming so late, but he is glad that his sister is fine. His sister is worried about him. Then, without delay, he immediately brags to his sister that he has entered Qinglong Academy and that he is now also a beast tamer. Without waiting to be introduced, the Galehound informs himself that he is here too. When Galehound sat down on his lap to Xiao Xingyu, the latter finally introduced him as a contracted beast tamer. In front of the girl appeared a very cute-looking Hellstorm wolf, Black Fang. The residents stared at the magical monster in shock. The one who had caused so much commotion and taken so many lives was finally dead. The guy with a satisfied look confirms that the monster is gone. His sister for now and herself does not know what happened. Finally, the frightened woman found her child. She didn't run away. She kept looking for her daughter despite the danger. The woman thanks her brother and sister. The girl rushed to her mum in tears. She was so scared of that monster. And at that moment, her mum disappeared and she was even more scared. After returning the girl to her mum, the brother and sister decided to go see the defeated monster. In the remains of the monster, Xiao Xingyu found the core of the magical beast. Core level beginning. Condition for obtaining the core, killing the magical beast. Attribute poison. Effect +5 poison attack, experience +10. Taking the stone in his hands, Xiao Xingyu still didn't understand what kind of magical beast core was in front of him. Even though it was just an initial stage core with a poison attribute, but even the smallest core can help the Black Fang evolve, so he throws the magical core to his dog and it eats it. Xiao Xingyu then informs all the bystanders that the beast is dead, and the residents are now safe. The people surrounded Xiao Xingyu. They were happy that they were able to survive, and so they started to thank the guy. They even called him a hero. The little girl he saved also thanked him. She also wants to become a beast tamer, just like Xiao Xingyu. The guy stroked the girl's head and assured her that she will definitely succeed. At night of the same day, Xiao Xingyu never got his roof fixed, as the moon was peeking through the huge hole in the wall very well. It seems his family is not so simple, and it remains to be seen if it is a family. His sister was standing next to his sleeping brother. As she looked at his back, she noticed that the mark on his back was still active. His sister then called someone with a report that the Dragon Rune curse was still active. She reported that the seal on the Dragon King's essence was untouched. The girl didn't understand how Xiao Xingyu was able to make a contract with the magical beast then, because it didn't make any sense. The voice on the other end of the phone concluded that perhaps this was fate. The caller ordered the girl to continue to keep an eye on Xiao Xingyu. The girl accepted the order and pledged to fulfill it with all the responsibility entrusted to her. The guy does not even realize that he is alone in this world, and he really does not have a single loved one. What will Xiao Xingyu do when he learns the truth about his sister and his life? And that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you would like to see a sequel, please like, subscribe to the channel, and leave your wishes in the comments. You can also subscribe to Telegram to know about new videos. Bye everybody.